Your career, your body, the exact number of days you will be alive, all of it was decided before you were born. Not by your genes, not by luck, by what someone fed you during the first 72 hours of your life. You don't start as an ant. You start as a mouth, an egg, smaller than a grain of sand, laid in the dark by a body you will never see clearly. Nurses seize you within seconds. They carry you to a chamber so deep underground that light has never reached it. They lick you, not out of care. The saliva kills mold. Without it, fungus eats you before you hatch. You hatch blind, legless, translucent. Workers drop pieces of dead insects directly onto your belly. You dissolve them with your own stomach acid and turn solid protein into liquid. The adults drink it off your body. You are not a baby. You are a digestive organ the colony cannot function without. And right now, in these first blind, helpless hours, someone is deciding what you become. A richer diet floods your body with hormones that could build you into a queen, capable of laying thousands of eggs a day for 3 decades. A restricted diet builds you into a worker, sterile, expendable, dead in weeks. You don't get to choose. The colony chose for you before you could move. This is the signal, the invisible chemical architecture that controls everything: who eats, who works, who breeds, who dies. It coats the walls of every tunnel, saturates every body you touch, floods every mouthful of food past jaw to jaw. You follow it for the rest of your life. You never know it exists. Skip forward. You are a nurse, the smallest caste. Your head is less than a millimeter wide. You tend the brood deep beneath the surface, where the air is thick and warm and still. Around you, pupae, bodies locked in transformation, secrete a pale, nutrient-rich fluid. You drink it. You carry the youngest larvae to the pupae so they can feed. If you stop harvesting this fluid, the pupae drown in their own secretions. Fungus devours them within hours. Every life stage depends on every other life stage. Remove one, and the entire system collapses. The signal doesn't let you rest. You clear waste. You excavate tunnels. You press chewed leaf pulp into the fungal gardens that feed the colony. 8,000 chambers, 8 meters deep, 40,000 kilograms of soil, moved one mouthful at a time. You carry loads, 50 times your own weight, through corridors you built in pitch darkness. You don't question it. The chemistry in your body won't let you. Skip forward. You are a forager now. Older, stiffer. The colony pushes you outward, toward the surface, toward light you have never seen. The first time the sun hits your compound eyes, the world fractures into 1,000 burning points. You step onto open ground. This is where workers come to die. You cut leaves. Not with your jaws, with your entire body. A vibration organ on your abdomen oscillates your mandibles 1,000 times per second, generating 3 times the force of gravity at the cutting edge. You don't bite through vegetation. You saw through it. A chainsaw made of bone. You carry the piece home. It weighs more than you do. You navigate by chemical trails invisible to everything except your antennae. Scaled to a human body, you move at 450 miles per hour. You haul, you climb. You cut and carry, and the jungle parts around something the size of a rice grain. You are extraordinary. You have about 4 weeks to live. Something lands on your back. You don't feel it. A fly, smaller than a fleck of dirt, drives a needle through the joint in your armor and deposits a single egg inside your body. You keep walking. You keep cutting. You keep following the signal. Inside your skull, a maggot hatches. It eats your brain. For weeks, you work normally. The maggot chews through your jaw muscles, your nerves, your connective tissue. When it finishes, it releases an enzyme that dissolves your neck from the inside. Your head falls off your body. The maggot pupates inside your hollowed skull, pushes your dead mandibles open, and flies away. You never knew it was there. That is not the worst thing that can happen to you. A fungal spore lands on your exoskeleton. It drills through your armor using pressure and raw chemistry. It spreads inside your body, threading around your muscle fibers, wrapping them in a cage of fungal tubes. It avoids your brain completely, not because it can't reach it, because it needs you conscious. It needs you walking. It pumps chemicals into your nervous system until your legs move without your permission. You climb a stem. You stop at exactly 25 centimeters off the ground. Your jaws clamp down on a leaf vein and lock. The fungus dissolves the muscles that would let you open them again. Your mind is intact. Your body is not yours anymore. Days later, a stalk erupts through the back of your head and rains spores onto the trail below. The signal that ran your life means nothing now. Something else found a use for you. Skip forward. Different body, different caste. You are a soldier. A major. Your head is 7 millimeters wide. Your jaws close like bolt cutters. In one species, your glands run the entire length of your body, swollen with toxic glue. When a spider seizes you, you contract every muscle in your abdomen. Your armor ruptures at the seams. You detonate. The glue sprays in every direction, freezing the predator in place. You die. The colony survives. That is the trade. Not every rank dies in combat. Not every rank dies for anything at all. Some of you emerge as males. Drones. Your wings are large. Your jaws are useless. You cannot feed yourself. You exist for one event. On a specific night, when the humidity and temperature align, you launch into the sky with millions of others. You find a queen mid-air. You mate. Minutes later, your body shuts down. You fall. You hit the ground. That was your entire life. Now the queen. She lands. She bites off her own wings. She digs a chamber with nothing but her jaws, seals the entrance, and sits in total darkness. She will not eat for months. Her body begins digesting its own flight muscles, dissolving the tissue, converting it to energy, feeding the slurry to her first clutch of eggs with her own mouth. She metabolizes herself to keep her larvae alive. If she survives the months of starvation, her first workers break open the chamber and begin foraging. She never leaves. She never sees daylight again. For 20 years, maybe 28, she does nothing but lay eggs in the dark. The sperm from that single flight sits inside an organ she has drained of nearly all oxygen, suspended in a chemical bath that stops every twitch, every flicker of decay. One mating. Millions of daughters. She outlives her workers by a factor of 168. Across the planet, 20 quadrillion ants are alive right now. 2.5 million for every living human. Their combined weight exceeds every wild bird and every wild mammal on Earth put together. There are ants that enslave other colonies, releasing a gas that turns defenders against each other. Ants that farm aphids like cattle, stroking them for sugar, carrying them to fresh plants. Ants that sprint 108 body lengths per second, the human equivalent of running at the cruising speed of a commercial airliner. And one species whose jaws snap shut at 200 miles per hour, 5,000 times faster than you can blink. The fastest moving body part of any animal ever measured. And in one species, the Indian jumping ant. When the queen dies, the workers fight. Not to survive, to transform. For 40 days they duel. Antenna against antenna. The winner's brain shrinks by 25%. Her ovaries swell to 5 times their original size. Her lifespan jumps from 6 months to 5 years. She becomes the queen, and if the colony rejects her, her brain grows back. Her ovaries shrink. She returns to the tunnels. The only known insect on Earth whose brain destruction reverses completely. 28 years one queen lived in a single colony. 28 years in the dark. 28 years without wings, without sunlight, without choice. 28 years of eggs laid and workers born, and workers dead, and the signal never once going quiet. She died in April of 1960. A German researcher had watched her since August of 1931. He noted the date. He noted the time, and he sealed the jar. There is one more animal that builds a society this complex. It doesn't live underground. It lives in open water, and the structure it creates is visible from space. But the thing that defines it isn't what it builds. It's what happens to the entire colony when the ocean warms by a single degree. Next time,